On today's episode, we are installing the VVT engine into my car. And not only that, but we are going to be installing a ton of parts that I've been hoarding at Stefan's over the winter. We're not sure how much we're going to be able to film of everything. We're really trying to do this swap as fast as possible and get out. The weather's about to break here and we want to get out and enjoy our cars. But we're doing things like we've got a front and rear sway bar.
Yep.
We've got a new steering rack.
Yep.
Going from a manual rack to a depowered power rack. And that ratio is going to be a lot tighter. We're also going to be installing my new Momo steering wheel, which is awesome. Locks are going on the car. I've never been able to lock my car since I purchased it. It's a convertible. I didn't want anyone, tearing into my soft top, so I never did anything about it. Now I've got hard top, so I want to be able to lock the car. And a couple other stuff. What else?
Megasport.
Of course.
MS3.
MS3. We got to install that. So we are going to find out how much we can film. You'll see that footage here in just a second, and come along for the ride. And down below, subscribe.
So it's almost spring here, which means Dylan's motor's about to get ready to go back into his car. So to do that, we got to do a couple things first. He did buy a new header. It's a Raceland unit. I mean, they're fairly cheap and they're actually extremely well put together. I've never had one fail in the last 6 years that I've used them. So I recommend them, especially for the cost. They're like 100 and change, maybe 120, 130 bucks. But what we're going to do with this one is wrap it in some DEI thermal wrap, lock it down all nice, kind of keep the heat in the exhaust and out the back. The less radiant heat, especially with the way the Miata intake runs, the better. So that's going to be the project today. It's a painful process, but we're going to work through it, and I have to redo some things, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Put you up on time lapse and we will track the whole thing down and hopefully get it done today.
engine is in.
Yeah, didn't run into many issues. Had to clearance the block for the Raceland header. It was pretty tight.
Just a little bit.
Took off a good amount.
Okay, a lot of it. But it's in, and it was definitely an easier transition to get the engine in than your K. We absolutely needed a third set of hands to do your engine, the way that it was tilted and just a larger engine. Two of us doing this, really not a big deal. We've both pulled these engines and put them in, so not that difficult. One thing to note is with the coolant reroute, there was a little more space there, or a little less space, I should say, between the firewall and the back of the engine. So that created a little bit more tight fit than usual, but really not a big deal.
Yeah. And you get rid of the cam angle sensor and the coil pack on the back of the head with this one, so what space you lose with that, you gain back again. So
yeah,
it's kind of give and take. But
which brings us to next episode, where the majority of the other components and parts will go on, and the engine will start, hopefully.
maybe.
So subscribe down below, join along for that, and we'll see how it goes. Cool. You recording? You bet.
Okay.
This time,